Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here tonight. And tonight is very exciting because 4th July is really down the corner. One more day, right? In the United States, we're gonna have fireworks and all kinds of celebration, cookouts, and you are probably planning a awesome trip to go see your families, right? So it's very exciting here, and like I said before, the British people might be a little bit pissed off. I'm just saying that, okay? All right, so and today and this entire week is all about savings, deals, 4th of July sales, and tonight is not. Nevertheless, I'm gonna have another fantastic offer for you, so be very exciting about that. So let's talk about what's gonna help you bring traffic and what's gonna help you bring conversions. We know those are the two most important elements to be successful at the internet marketing, right? So well, that one thing is image. Looking at authority sites, looking at your own blog, looking at somebody else's own blog, what do they all have share in common? That is engaging images, either being banner, even being a blog image, whatever it is. Why image is such important? Because people actually click on it, okay? People actually click on it. Look at sites like Instagram, look at sites at like Pinterest. We know how much traffic those sites are getting, right? It's crazy, it's amazing. Wouldn't you like even just have 5% of the traffic come direct to your site? Well, today is all about images. Today is about how to make your image on your site look fantastically attractive with just few click of buttons, and the price is even better. And I have got something very special set up for you as well. All right, so be very exciting about. So we know image is gonna make that user experience much better. You kind of break out the text block on your site, and people are most likely to click on image than the text links because it's just there. We just kind of program to click on it, right? And when you have engaged image, you can post on social image sharing sites like Instagram, like Pinterest, and to get the traffic from the users who are in the same niche as well, right? But what is the challenge that we have for those people who are graphic challenged like myself, who does not know how to use Photoshop, who doesn't have the time to learn that stuff? Who the heck has time to learn that stuff? Unless you're a designer, though, and you know, so many layers of things. Who got the time to do that? You know. So if you don't have those skills, you don't have those expensive programs, how do you solve that one problem? Well, this is the reason I have invited Vas here to talk about this brand new plugin of his. You no longer have to editing the image on your computer anymore, then upload. Imagine, what if your blog has over 50 or 100 images you want to editing for your blog? You have to download them, you got to edit them, you got to re-upload them. You know how much time that is? A lot. And the time costs you money, right? The most valuable asset in your business is time, right? So don't you agree? All right, so what if there's solutions that's gonna really take care saving the time and make you look like you know everything about photography, you know about image instantly with a couple click of a button. Literally, you guys are gonna see this demo inside this thing. It's literally amazing stuff. Okay, all right, so he's gonna be talking about how to using image to increase conversions, why image is very important, also how to using that image increases your traffic to your website. Most importantly, he's going to do this awesome live demo to show exactly how this plugin works and all that stuff. So at the end of this interview, he's going to introduce this brand new product of his, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, please let me introduce to you the WP Aviary, as you can see over here. You know what I really love about this plugin is really simple and easy thing to set up, and it does require you to set up an API key, but that's all explained well in the training video. You guys are gonna see that, and you can instantly editing any image that's already uploaded to your website. And to make even more professional, you can crop, you can do filters, just like what you do with iPhone, you know, like Instagram app, you can have one of those. Now you can do that exact the same effects and filters and all that fancy stuff within WordPress sites, okay? And what I even love more about is the price, okay? All right, so for just, I got an early bird deal for you too as well, so look out for that as well. So for just $9, okay? For just $9, and if you do the social sharing, you're gonna get it for $7, okay? And that is, that's all you're gonna pay for this thing. And for people that are not on my list, they're not gonna get this special deal now. So special deal I have exclusively negotiated for you. When you purchase my link, you're gonna get the unlimited usage license for your personal sites. Unlimited license. So you have 100 blocks, you can use this plugin for all of it, okay? For all of it for your personal sites. Now, anybody else that purchase, they only get it used for one site. So it's very important that you purchase to my link to get the unlimited license, okay? All right, so I'll be very, very exciting with that. Normally for unlimited license, you have to pay like 17 upsell, 27 upsell, but you know what? I negotiated with Vast that, hey, give us a deal, give us something cool here, all right? On top of that, Vast is gonna give you a product of his, I think a traffic product of his, for absolutely free as a bonus, okay, when you purchase to me. So that's very, very important. You know me, if you ever purchase from me, I'm always trying to make you win. I'll make you have more, feel like you have more value for your purchase, right? So always get a bonus, always get a bird prize. I got those two covered. So let's come back to the interview here, all right, with Vast. So Vast is a very interesting character here. He's in college. He's learning communication major, and he's also doing internet marketing as another full-time job. Basically, he has two full-time jobs. So it's very kind of interesting to learn how he pulled it off with two full-time jobs and going to college at the same time, and how he is able to using his communication major skills to make money online, right? So everything's communication. I'm communicating with you right now, right? So be a very effective communicator is very important inside your business and outside your business and in your family as well, right? So I learned exactly what he has found out inside this interview, especially how do you communicating with the images, okay? All right, so that's going to really, really take your blog conversions to the roof and take your to get even more free traffic to your website, to images, okay? So anyway, so for now, let's all go enjoy this awesome interview, and most importantly, make sure you check out the demo video right after the interview, and look out for my email tomorrow so you can get the exclusive deal I have negotiated just for you. All right, so grab this awesome plugin tomorrow, and you will absolutely love it, okay? All right, so until next time, this is your friend Han. Please keep smiling and enjoying the interview. Cheers! Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here this afternoon. And today I'm having Vast back here again to share another not only a fantastic tool I think everyone should use if you own any kind of WordPress blog, specifically has something to do with the image, but also talk about why is image going to help you not only with the conversion, but also help you grab traffic, free traffic specifically as well. So to generating a really, really cool blog traffic and help that traffic get converted as well. So we're going to talk about a little bit about both here. So before we get into the excitement here, let's kind of see how Vast got started with the internet marketing. But most importantly, what did he do exactly to achieve a level of success that he has today? So Vast, could you kind of take out the mic, share your unique internet marketing story with us today?
Thanks, Han. Gleaming introduction there. I've been on your show quite a few times, and for those who have seen it before, who have heard my introduction, I actually own the video productions company. So images, the part that you mentioned there in the beginning, has actually been my bread and butter for quite a while. The first video I've ever noticed as a commercial that inspired me to start making video commercials actually used images in a kinetic typography style. There was this commercial for a Ford F-150 truck, and it just dropped down on the ground. There was dust everywhere, but it was all done in the cartoony sort of fashion, and it was all drawn, and it used a lot of vivid images. And I thought, maybe I could find some talented designers out there who could shed some light on what's going on with these images. Why are they so powerful? And obviously I knew that there were some special effects used, that there was a creative team that worked behind the Ford F-150 ad. But I started kind of digging in one place, and I wanted to find out as much as I could about the power of images and what they could do to websites, to videos, and obviously to commercials.
Yeah.
So today I'm kind of focusing on WordPress and what images could do for WordPress specifically.
Yeah, for those who doesn't know what Vast is actually studied communication as his major. So it's like his major interest to really learn how to communicate effectively. And then one of the area is about using images and words and graphics and colors. So he's going to be here sharing some more tips a little bit later on. Why is image is sometimes even more powerful than words, right? And why should we as a marketer, if you look at a marketer, what is a marketer? A communicator, right? It's just in a different angles as a communicator. So he's going to be here to sharing, some of the image tip he uses personally to really help with the conversion and that stuff in a little bit here. So just want to kind of point that out here.
Well, the thing is, you don't have to be an effective marketer to be an effective communicator. But I would say that you have to be an effective communicator to be an effective marketer. So it's kind of a chicken and an egg situation. It's like, how do I speak better? Because speaking better is going to let me sell more or get my point across or get people to sign up to my opt-in form or whatever it may be. So images, pictures are worth 1,000 words. And that's not just a saying. That's true. I mean, people used to communicate with arrows from thousands of years ago because arrows point to a thing and tell you exactly what to do. And, drawings on caves date back to, thousands of years back as well because people wanted to communicate with more than just symbols that represent ideas. They wanted to actually show, not just tell. And, for example, if you have a WordPress blog and you're making a post and you have a photo inside of that post, then if you don't have some sort of a tone embedded inside of that photo, then I don't know how you feel as an author towards that object. So let's say you have a grandparent on your cell phone camera, and it's just a picture of of one of your grandparents. I don't know if that's your mean grandpa or if that's the grandpa you love. So if you make it into a black and white photo with a lot of dark undertones, maybe I'll be able to tell that it's mean grandpa. But if it's all shiny and sunny and light, I'll be able to tell that it's the kind grandpa that you love. He doesn't even have to be laughing in the photo for me to be able to tell how you're trying to say what you're saying. Okay, and this can be applied to any niche, be it cars, be it books, be it higher education, or guns. Civil liberties can benefit from having bright photos on their blogs just as much as something technical and boring like building shelves. You know what I mean? So if you have bright photography, people will be more engaged with your content no matter what. Graphics are very important, be they arrows or photos or even cartoons that explain something.
Yeah, if you look at authority sites, whether being a news site, whether being a authority blog, and what they all have in common is image. They have nowadays, I think it's actually instead having just a text, a summary kind of text, a blur of a text. They always put a header image right on top of it or besides it to draw that attention to. The reason I think people use a lot of image is get that emotional feelings of the blog, where they're trying to have the reader get into as they're reading, intriguing the visuals to make sure they want to click on it, right?
Absolutely, and they also break up the huge blocks of text. So if you have a huge page, then it makes sense to add an image here, an image there, maybe an image in the middle, so that it looks a little bit less intimidating to the naked eye of somebody who just landed on your page and goes, whoa, that's a little too much for me. I'm going to scroll away or close this tab and not read this. You don't want that to happen to your content. So if you break it up with some images, you have higher chances of actually having the person finish the entire page.
Right, and it is known, in fact, people actually like to click on the image. So here's one quick tip. Link that image to some kind of affiliate link or internal links. Do not just leave that image as linking to itself. That's a waste of a click. So go back to your site. If you find an image that's linked nowhere but its own image location, that's kind of waste your traffic. So make sure every one of your images, being product image, whether being blog image, it links somewhere. It links internally to your website, or it's going out as an affiliate link to making a sale. So people do have a tendency just click on the images. It's just something we program psychologically to do. Maybe you can explain that a little, since you study communication. I don't know what that is, but I do know the fact that people are click image. If you don't believe me, just put a free tracker on your website. You will see people or click on those images, because I have heat map on I see where people click, and people click on the image.
Absolutely. And I mean, let me ask you, I mean, how often do you just hover over an image to see if it's even a link, right? I mean, I do
Right.
that for every image out there. Do you do that?
Yeah, yeah. I click on them all and just I don't know why I do. I just unconsciously click on every image I see, especially the ones that draws my attention. I found very interesting. I think it's psychologically we think there's something behind the image, so we had to kind of click on it to find out, hey, is there more to this? You know?
We want to find out the Easter egg in the video game.
Right, right, right. I think that's what the image about. But let's talk about you can nowadays. That's why also those are social image sites such like Instagram. Everybody has probably the app on their phone now, and well, the world famous Pinterest here. So once you have image on your blog, you can easily bell some traffic from Instagram or Pinterest or those popular social image sites, right? That's another reason to get how you get the free traffic.
Absolutely. If you have enticing images that are going to look juicy on someone's newsfeed on Facebook, then guess what? Someone's probably going to start sharing your page on Facebook because people like great content. There are lots of tools out there now that allow people to track RSS feeds, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that have good content tend to be noticed by other marketers.
Mm-hmm.
So if, for example, you've seen a tool that I've released recently called FB Cyberslave, it allowed you to post RSS feeds to various Facebook fan pages and groups. So you got the best of both worlds. You got the fan pages and the groups, and you were able to post links from other blogs in order to boost your own audience. Well, with a product like that and with many other products that work in a similar way, guess which blogs get chosen by marketers out there? The ones that are going to get them the most clicks, because those are going to get them the most likes. It all makes sense if you think about it like this. If there's 1,000 people in the fan page and I want to get it up to 10,000, how am I going to do that? Well, I'm only going to share the best content, because if I share crappy content, no one's going to want to share my page. No one's going to want to click like or join or whatever it may be. So if you have plain images, you might get lost in the sea of noise of other blogs that have crappy images. Not to say that your images are particularly crappy. I'm sure that most images on most blogs are quite great, actually. It's just that if you're not standing out, you're not getting noticed. And it's all about getting noticed. I mean, there's a ton of blogs out there. But how do you get those pair of eyeballs onto your blog? You've got to have stellar graphics.
Right, right. So, and that kind of brings up another issue is I think as people watching this kind of step back and think about, well, there are thousands, millions of images on the internet. How do I really stands out? Which is kind of we're gonna tie to this awesome plugin of yours, a little bit. Is sometimes you just need a little bit tweaking on the color or the mood of the picture to make it stands out. For example, people share images on Facebook and Pinterest like millions times a day, and how do I, as a marketer, make sure my image stands out and without any of the graphic skills? And I think your product kind of solve that major problem here. Is people like me, I don't have Photoshop. I'm not a photographer. I don't have Photoshop experience, or know how to even do one with the Photoshop. So and that's probably the reason why you kind of went out there create this plugin, right?
Yeah, I went out there and created this plugin because there are ultimately more people who don't know Photoshop than those who do. But still, 100% of all people want to have better graphics. And even if you don't know that that's what you need, once you have them, you're never going to go back to bad graphics. You know what I mean? It's like once you are able to drive a sports car every day, you're not going to want to go to a slow minivan or an SUV that has barely gotten you from 0 to 60 in 20 seconds. You're going to want to get that speed. You want to go fast down a highway all the time. Well, if you can have awesome graphics at the click of your button, with just 1 or 2 settings inside of your WordPress, it doesn't make sense to do graphics the old way. It doesn't make sense to simply upload, a couple of pictures and use those without making them a little bit unique, without giving them a little bit of flavor. You mentioned Instagram a little earlier. Is that right? Was that Instagram you mentioned? Okay. Yeah. Instagram actually has filters built in, and that's what got it to be so popular. You could take pictures on a regular iPhone, just like this, and you could, take a photo, click 1, 2, 3, couple settings, choose a filter, and that's it. You had a professional-looking photo in just a few seconds. And then you could share that one on social media, you could post it on your Facebook wall, etc. And that's what got Instagram so freaking popular. It was the filters, man. I'm telling you, people wanted better photos. That's how huge the movement has become. People are obsessed with appearances. So if you're not standing out, then you're drowning in the sea of noise, like I said. Okay, and so what I've created is actually a lot like those Instagram filters, except for WordPress. They're not on your cell phone, they're on your website.
So why don't we just take a couple minutes, kind of show them what this thing does?
Sure, absolutely. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you, and please tell me when you can see my screen so that I know that you're following along, all right?
All right, okay, I see it now.
Wonderful. So this is dmspotlight.com. It's my blog. It's where I post interviews with people, and I have quite a bit of photos on this website. Now, I have some video as well, but you'll see that, for example, on my widget, I have my about photo. I have some images here of some people whom I've interviewed. I have some discussions of people's attire and clothing. And I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but I've just scrolled by some images that have actually been edited. That's right. They weren't the way that they were originally shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking, for example, about this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
This image has a fancy frame. Okay, do you see how it looks like an old film?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So that's one special effect, for example. Here's another one. How about Daniel Bean from Cognet Inc.? You see how his face is really bright and then the edges are darker?
Mm-hmm.
That's because there's a special contrast ratio in place. You see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's how it works. It's a simple little plugin called WP Aviary. Okay, and this plugin will be available on July 3rd. Okay, it's getting put together right now. It's already being loved by dozens of people. It's called WP Aviary, and you simply activate it inside of your settings right here. But let me skip the boring part because the activation and the setup is really just a couple of clicks. Here's really the fun part. If you are inside of your media page, you can see all of the images that you've added to your media library. So for example, if you have an image that you want to edit, all you have to do is just find it. You can do this by, for example, by clicking search media and typing in something in there, or just navigating to the appropriate page. Here I only have 3 pages of items. As you can see, there's a total of 48 items at all, okay, 47 of which are images.
Mm-hmm.
This one right here that I was hoping to edit is unfortunately a, actually it's not a video, it's a PNG. So I can actually edit this, but it's a little too small. So if I wanted to resize this, I could adjust the width. Okay, I could make it, for example, 500. Click apply. It would be bigger, but it's kind of poor quality. Okay, how do we combat poor quality? Poor quality is something that we have in lots of images out there, especially if we save them with a low resolution camera. Am I right?
Yeah.
So if I want to edit, for example, this one right here, that's a little higher quality, it's Patrick Burke. It's an interview that I did with this gentleman here. Mm-hmm. I might want to draw attention to his face.
Mm-hmm.
How do I do that? Well, we are now inside of WP Aviary. This is the photo editor. Okay? We have a bunch of effects here: frames, stickers, crop, resize, orientation, focus, brightness, contrast, and some additional tools on the right here as well. Saturation, warmth, sharpness, splash, draw, text, red eye, anything your heart desires, you can do with this tool. Again, I can size it up or down if I need to, but if I want to draw attention specifically to him, one thing that I can do is something called focus. This tool right here will make everything besides his face a little blurrier. So I can do it like this and click apply. You see how that draws us into his face a little more?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Now, if I think that the image is a little too bright, I can take some brightness away from it. And I think that could draw some attention to his face as well. If I want, I could, for example, rotate this image. Okay? Or I could flip it horizontally or vertically, like this. Or like this, which would be a little silly, but hey, I could still do it. All right? So there are lots of things that you can do with this software, but the coolest thing of all is the effects. This is the Instagram type filters that I was talking about. Look how many there are. This one, this one, this one, this one. And each time I click on the new filter, a new special effect appears. So far, I like this one the most. That looks really cool. I can go to this one. Whoops. Here we go. This one, this is called Boardwalk. This one's called Sage. This one's called Metropolis. This one's called Cruise. A bunch of different presets that you can select. Okay, this one actually has a frame already. Wow. So, a bunch of different options. Let's say you want to go with this one. Let's click Apply. Okay, we're going to select this. We can add some stickers. Okay, we can put a hat on top of either Patrick or his lady friend here. We can do this real quick. Okay, there's a lot of fun stuff that we can do with the software that really adds a little bit of spice to just about any image. Here, I can increase sharpness and make it a little bit sharper, or I can make it blurrier. See how it just got a little bit blurrier?
Yep.
And you see it? And now it's gotten a lot sharper. So I can add sharpness or blurriness. Okay, I can make red eye go away. Okay, I can do lots of cool things. I can add, I can draw, I can do just about anything you'd be able to do with standard Photoshop without having to install any software on my computer, doing it directly inside of this software. All I have to do is click Save, and it would save this image onto my blog. All I have to do is just visit it via the regular URL bar. You know, just go to my standard blog, dmspotlight.com, find this post, and it would have the new image right then and there. If I want to revert some of the changes, I can always go back and change some of the things. Let's say I want to keep it like this, and I thought the hat was a silly idea. Now all I do is click Save, and voila! Click Update one time, and we're done. Now, if I go to my site, and I want to find this article with Patrick Burke, I'm going to see that image right there. So that's how easy it is to use the software. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool. It's like have an Instagram built in your WordPress.
Exactly.
All right, so let's talk about the offer itself here very quick. Let's talk about the name of the product, time to launch, and who's going to be really benefit for getting this.
This is going to be called WP Aviary, and anybody out there who has a WordPress site will be benefiting from this. So if you're a marketer, for example, you could use this to carry out split tests and see which filter really gets those clicks going. If you are obsessed with tracking CTRs, this item's for you. But if you're also a complete newbie who has never run a campaign before in their entire life, and you're just building your first website ever, you could get a leg up on any competition out there by having better photos, better graphics. Even if they're not photos, even if they're just plain buttons, you could stand out because you will have those editing tools at your fingertips. Heck, you could even give them to a VA so that your virtual assistant could edit them. Remember, there's no software to install, right? So it's all inside your site. You can use it from any computer in the world.
And it kind of changed the workflow a little bit. And in the past, we had the editing with the graphic software and then upload it. But if you don't like it, then you gotta kind of like re-upload again. But this one lets you kind of instantly, you know, with you don't have to do that upload thing anymore. You just editing within the WordPress thing, and just imagine how much time you're gonna save, you know, for not doing the upload steps.
Imagine having 100 posts and wanting to edit 100 images. You'd have to go to your site, download 100 images, edit them manually inside of Photoshop, which takes a long time to load and it's quite expensive. It takes a long time to learn. No one's got time for that. Then you have to save all of those images, upload them back onto your site, then change the URL inside of 100 posts. That does not sound like a fun weekend to me. But using WP Aviary is quick, easy, and fun. So it's something that you could look forward to once you get it.
Okay. And what time does it launch again?
It's going to launch on July 3rd. It's going to be for the Independence Day celebration, but it's going to be a day ahead. And it's going to launch at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, for your viewers only, Han, I have decided to run a special offer. I'm going to run a special 4-hour early bird. And as part of that early bird, you'll not only get a slight discount, but you'll also get an unlimited domains license.
Okay.
Regular buyers, starting at 11 a.m., will be getting a single site license. Okay? You can only use WP Aviary as a single user on a single website. But if you purchase it through HandFan, you will get the unlimited license for unlimited sites. And if you purchase it as part of the early bird, you'll get it for a couple bucks less.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, no problem.
So let's talk about what exactly is inside the front end. What is the starting price again, and how many days are going to keep this offer opening?
This offer will be on a dime sale, and it will start at $9, and it will climb up to $14. Okay, so the first 500 people will get it at a discount, after which it will be permanently frozen at $14. So if you want to get the lowest price possible, you've got to be one of the first 500 to get it, because with each purchase, the price will climb up by 1 cent. So the sooner you get there, the sooner you buy, the better, because you get the same 30-day money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied for any reason whatsoever, but you'll just have to pay less. So the sooner you get it, the better. Plus, again, if you're part of that early bird special between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. on July 3rd, 2014, you'll get a couple bucks off on top of the starting $9 price. So it'll actually start at $7. Starting at $7 up until $9, it'll probably sell out pretty quick in those first 200 copies. So you really want to be right then and there to get the quickest, best deal possible. But then, you know, after the first 200 copies are sold out, we're basically back where we started. We're back at $9. The point is to help the first 500 most eager buyers get their hands on this fast at the most rock bottom price, because I hope you've seen just how powerful the software is, right?
So let's talk about the OTOs here for a second.
Sure. So the OTO is going to be white label rights for this software. You'll get not only white label rights, which means you can rename, rebrand, resell, give away, do whatever you want with the software, but you'll also get our sales copies. You'll get all the swipes, you'll get all the JB pages, all the OTOs, even the front-end sales copy. You'll get it all as part of the white label, so that you can keep 100% of the profits that you make on this. I mean, think about how valuable the software is. You can sell it for $17, $27, $47. It will really pay off for itself real quick. If you are in the internet marketing arena, you definitely want to grab that upsell, because it's only $97. I mean, you know how much money and time it takes to develop a software like this? Quite a bit of time, right? So if you want to grab that for your personal profit needs, definitely get it. It's only $97, and again, comes with the full 30-day money-back guarantee.
Awesome, awesome. And so let's talk about, do you have any other OTOs, or that's pretty much it?
That's going to be pretty much it. One more thing that I am going to host, though, for free, is going to be a training session. For everybody who buys this software as part of the first 500 people, as part of the first introductory offer we've ever run on JVZoo for this software, we're going to offer free training. It's going to be on a live webinar, and we're going to go through each and every feature of the editor so that you have absolutely no questions left behind at the end of the live training. There will be a training video that comes with the software so that you're going to be good to go right out of the gate. But just in case you want to ask some questions, there will be a Q&A session in the webinar, and there will be an opportunity for you to see exactly how it works and how you can use this to boost conversions. The one thing that marketers absolutely need to know is that images can be used to boost conversions. So for all the marketers out there wondering, how can I make money with this? How can I use this right away? Do some split tests, or simply see how much your conversions bounce once you add some special effects to your images, make them stand out, and get more clicks to those links.
All right, all right. So that's great. So that's about everything I need to ask you here today. But I've got one last question that is going to be very, very important. That is, as people watching this, how cool the tool is and how easily they can instantly editing their graphic, make it look very, very professional now instantly with a couple of click of buttons as you guys watch. They want to get this, they want to buy this, but everyone has that little voice on the back of their head telling them not to buy it, not to taking action, kind of like a loser voice, and we all have that sometimes. And so my question to you, Vas, is what makes this product so unique that you're absolutely grabbing doing this special launching period?
Look, if you're going to learn how to edit images, you're going to have to spend a lot of time and money doing the same thing that the software can do for you, except doing it with expensive software like Photoshop. If you ever need to get a new computer, that means what? Getting a new registration key for Photoshop? That's expensive, number one. Number two, for a lot less than the cost of learning how to use Photoshop, you can get the software right here, right now. Think about a thorough course on actually learning Photoshop. How much is that going to run you? $27, $67, right? It's going to be really, really expensive. And that's still not getting any work done at all. That's just giving you the knowledge, or rather the opportunity to get the knowledge. You still have to watch the videos or read the course, right? You still have to practice and apply it. But with this software, it's just trial and error. You slide a couple of tabs, you see how it looks. If you like it, you click apply. You drag a couple of things here and there, you make something bigger or smaller, and it just works. Plus, if you get it through your link right now, right here on this page, then they're going to be able to get an unlimited license. The viewers of this video will be able to see this on each and every one of their WordPress blogs. Not just one site like all the regular users, but simply come to the website and don't click through your link. Okay? So those who want to click through your link right now, they will get the automatic upgrade to unlimited websites. They can host this website plugin on unlimited WordPress sites.
Okay.
It's a plugin. It works with any version of WordPress, and it's quick and easy to use. So if you're on the fence about it, I say try it out. And if you don't like it, get the 30-day money-back guarantee.
All right, just want to be clear. The unlimited license is for your personal sites only. So if you want to grab the developer license, get the white label version, okay? All right, so we not be confused here. Now, if you guys are still kind of need a little bit more push to make the July 4th deal a little bit better, I think Vas is actually going to give us a little bit more here. He's not exactly sure what's gonna give him yet, but he's gonna definitely give you something extra here. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so I mentioned this briefly right before the interview, and what I want to do is I want to make this more actionable from the point of view of traffic. When you're editing images, it makes your website look great. That's for sure. It'll make your images more shareable. That's for sure, because they'll look better. But it doesn't necessarily guarantee traffic. Okay, so for all of those people out there wondering, how in the world is this going to get me more visitors to my website? Rest assured, I've got a viral solution for you, because I'm going to show you how you can share those viral images that you generate using WP Aviary with all of your social networks. There will be more on that on July 3rd. Stay tuned for the website and check out the landing page, WPAviary.com, when you get the chance.
All right, so on that note, and thank you for spending time with us, and thank you guys for watching. Before we leave here today, do you have maybe a final word of wisdom you'd like to share? Absolutely. Graphics are one of those things that 1,000 words could be replaced by just one thing. Think about the depth of that. 1,000 words is what, like 3 pages of text? Which would you rather do? Read 3 pages or look at one graphic, right? A photo's worth 1,000 words. I feel like that's true. I feel like it's been true. I feel like it will never stop being true. So if you're not taking advantage of graphics, if you're not making people click on your links, you're just not maximizing your traffic. That means you're leaving money on the table. Simple as that. So don't leave money on the table.
get those juicy graphics on your site, make people click on them, and get all those CPA conversions that you can get, and make as much out of your website as possible. It's there 24/7, sure. It's working for you around the clock without taking a break, sure, but it can always do a little bit more for you. And thanks to WP Aviary, hopefully you'll be able to get a little bit more out of your graphics.
All right. So, you guys hear that? Grab this at doing this 4th of July sales. You're not gonna get the early bird. You're gonna get the unlimited license. Also, one extra bonus from me as well. So, make sure you stay tuned. Watch a very short Dumo/sales video so you know exactly how this thing works. And thanks again for you still watching this, for spending the time with us, and hopefully this tool really gonna save you lots of time and lots of effort to editing those funky graphics, make it look more professional. It also builds the trust factor for your website. If you just put an image that looks like 3-year-old did it, and you instantly don't have that trust factor. If you just keep this software, tweak this a little bit, make professional, you have that instant trust factor. So your people that come to your site are willing to buy from you, and all that stuff. And with this plugin, it's so much easier to do, as you guys already watched this. So on that note, make sure you look out for my emails and bonuses tomorrow when this thing launches, so you can absolutely grab this at the lowest possible price, plus some awesome bonus as well. And Vas, thank you so much for spending the time with us again, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Han. I appreciate you having me on your show.
All right, cheers.
Thanks for checking out WP Aviary. I'm going to demonstrate how to set it up using this blog right here, dmspotlight.com. Alright, I'm going to go over to the dashboard, and I'm going to go over to the plugins. You want to click Add New. After you click here, select Upload. Click Choose File, and then upload the file that you received with your purchase, called wpaviary.zip. Click Install Now, and then click Activate Plugin. That's it. Your plugin's activated. Now you need to configure it. In order to configure it, you must get a free API key from aviary.com/web-key. You can go to this website right now and get your own free API key. I already have a few right here. They're on the screen. So if you don't feel like signing up, you can try one of these. Maybe they will work for you. However, you do need to get your own API key from www.aviary.com/web-key in order for this to work. It's very easy to use. All you need to do is go over to Settings, then go to Aviary for WordPress. Here's where you'll enter your API key. And again, the link to get your free API key is right here. You must agree to the terms and conditions of aviary.com before you get your API key, but they are not intrusive and they are not imposing any sort of paid service or anything like that. This is completely free. Now, down here, you get to choose whatever language you want to use. Suppose you'd like to use Russian. You can go ahead and select Russian, click Save Changes, and the interface of the software itself will change to Russian. Now, I'm going to switch back to English now, and click Save Changes again just to revert it back to normal. Now I'm going to demonstrate to you how to use this plugin. But first, let's take a look at the site itself. Let's see how we're going to spice it up. Now, this is my blog where I interview people and where I post things related to internet marketing. For example, here, in a post dated May 10th, 2014, I interviewed Daniel Bean. Now, from this photo, you can tell that Daniel is smiling, that he's a happy guy in life generally, but you can't really tell the tone of me, the author. You can see what Daniel implied, but you can't see how I'm trying to interpret it. So let's go ahead and add a little bright effect to this photo. Let's kind of spice it up. Let's give it that tone that we approve of Daniel and that he's a good guy. Alright? Here, we go back to the back end. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Media. When you go to your library, you'll see all of the images that you've uploaded. I'm going to go to this image right here, okay? This is the image that I want to edit. So I'm going to click on this file, and you'll notice that an Edit with Aviary button has appeared. All I have to do is click right here, and I'll be able to edit it on the fly. Now, first thing I want to do is maybe enhance it and give it some high definition for clarity. Alright, now I'm going to go to Effects. This is where I can make Daniel look really warm. Alright, this looks kind of dark. This looks a bit creepy and dated, as if it's from the 80s. This looks as if the color has faded out. This right here looks kind of nice though. Okay, I like this one. I also like this one. I don't know which one to choose, but let's keep going so I can show you all of the effects. Alright, this looks just a little too plain, just a little too white. Okay, this one looks alright, but it takes away some of the sharpness. This one right here would be nice if I was trying to portray him as maybe a movie director or something like that. But Daniel's not a movie director, so let's move on. Okay, Sage, Metropolis, ooh, nice one. Cruise, Singe, Vivid, San Carmen, Indiglow, Concord, Aqua, Strato, Laguna, Ventura, Black and White, Sepia, Soft Focus. Okay, this one's too blurry, alright? Sepia is just way too out of color, as is the Black and White, and Ventura just looks as if it's a Polaroid. And I don't want this to look like a photo from the 90s. Okay, so I think I'm going to go back and I'm going to choose one of the first two that I liked. I liked this one, and I think it was this one. So I think I'm going to go over with Clyde. Okay, now all I have to do is click Apply and Save. In the image will save. Simply click Update. Now if I refresh my blog, I will see the slight change in the image. Watch this. Did you see that? The change was ever so slight, but now he looks like a friendlier guy, alright? Let's try another one here. Here. I have a photo of Christy Childs for Emergency Affiliate Cash Storm, and another post. This is a post about internet marketing fashion. Alright, what do people wear? So let's go ahead and try to spice up this picture right here. We're going to go to Edit Media. We're going to go to Page Back. And a page back one more time. Or I could have just clicked Library right there. I'm going to find Christie's picture. I'm going to click on it. And I'll click the Edit with Aviary button. Now, I've already shown you effects and enhance. Now, what about frames? Let's click on frames and see what kind of frames we've got. We've got a couple of plain borders, plain color. We've got some with rounded edges. We've got some with a little bit more style to them. We've got some with gritty edges, some with splatter edges. Alright, those are nice. We've got this one. This one's pretty cool. We also have Stamp, Museum, and Matte. I'm going to go over with Negative. I like that one. That one's pretty cool. And I'm going to click Apply. One more thing. I might want to change the brightness of the photo a little bit to make her feel warmer and welcomer. Alright, Saturation. Let's see what this does. Ooh, adds a little bit of brightness to it. Kind of like the saturation, kind of like the brightness menu did. Okay, and maybe warmth. Let's see, this will make it look a little bit more blue. And then this will make it look a lot more red. So I guess I'm not going to mess with that. I don't want to change the tonality of the color. I like it just the way it is, just like that. It's a lot better than the way I had before. Alright, so let's click Save, let's click Update, and let's click Refresh. Boom, there it is. So that's how easy it is to use this plugin. Now, all you have to do is go to Settings and set up your API key. So if there's any errors for any reason whatsoever, this is the first place where you want to troubleshoot it. Okay? Go to www.aviary.com/web-key and get your free API key right there. Paste it in here, choose your language, and click on Media. That's it. From here, you simply select the image you want to edit and go ahead and edit it. Let's try one more picture. Here's a photo of me as a little kid. I was about 1.5 or 2 years old here, playing around with mom's lipstick. Alright, let's give it a little bit of a vintage flavor. Alright, this is just a photo of a photo. I literally took a picture of this from my photo album. Let's give it a little bit of context. Alright, let's look over at sharpness. This makes it a little bit sharper. This makes it a little bit less sharp. See how it's blurrier? Okay, now we're back to normal. Okay, just like that is nice. Okay, now let's go over to contrast. That makes my face stand out a little bit more against the background. It also makes the lipstick a little bit more vivid. Also, we can do this. This is a cool little feature. It's called focus. With focus, you get to blur out everything that's outside of this circle right here. Or you can do it with a rectangle. And what's cool about the rectangle is you get to rotate it. Alright? So we can do my face focused like this, or we can do it focused like this. I prefer to do it like this. There we go. Apply. Brings a little bit of focus to the facial features, doesn't it? Let's look at one more enhance effect. I've already shown you high def, but I also want to show you color fix and illuminate. First, let's start with color fix. This kind of adds a little bit of a filter to it that's pre-built inside of Aviary. Okay, or we can do illuminate, which does kind of the opposite. If I had to call it anything, I would kind of compare it to the warmth setting. The color fix makes it less warm, and illuminate makes it more warm. That's how I would call it. But it's a quick little one push button way to enhance any photo. So if I wasn't doing anything that I had just explained, and I wanted to simplify this photo editing process down to one button, here's where that would be. High def, illuminate, or color fix. With high def, it would look like this. Just a little bit more sharper than I had it before. So I guess I'm going to leave it on illuminate. I'm going to click apply, and I'm going to click save. That's how easy it is to use WP Aviary.